Now the following day, on April 22nd.
Now I ain't gonna count, folks. I don't know what the hell Baby Ray was smoking in his picture, but he was smoking it. He was on it, cuz. Look at him. That nigga crazy as hell, but man, if I saw this man, I would lock my door, bro. I would rather jump in the ocean with sharks than run into this man right here. I ain't gonna count with y'all, man. I had to do this one, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way I got an iPhone 17, folks, and I ain't have to do this one, cuz. You know what I mean? Shout out to them Hoovers, man. The whole set. And I ain't no Hoover, so don't try to do nothing to me. Don't do me nothing, cause I ain't no Hoover, you feel me? But I kind of like the way the Hoover be grooving. I ain't gonna smack with you, folks, you feel me? But hey, though, shout out to Boys in the Hood TV, man. We got a documentary, bro, and they say they finna talk about two of the deadliest Hoovers that ever wore an orange rag. They said when these boys right here pulled up to the scene, folks, it got real scary.
Welcome to Boys in the Hood TV. Today we're tapping into the streets of LA, and we're going to be talking about the 107 Hoovers and a few members who took the lives of 5 people in 2005, including the life of a fellow 107 Hoover member.
Crazy.
On March 21st, 2005, 107 Hoover member Down on Shorts, a.k.a. Baby Black Jap, would slide through the 9500 block of Main Street.
Baby Black Jap, you know what I'm saying? So y'all educate me a little bit, man. Let's go to school. Let's go to the classroom. So for the Hoovers, right? If you got that name Jap, that means you one of the ones, right? Kind of like, I know for INGLEWOOD family, if you got the name Munchie, then you know what I'm saying, you probably, you feel me? So if you got the name Jap, come think about Jap 5. I think Jap 5 dad's name was Jap 4, right? Something like that. Baby Jap or something. His name was what? Black Jap. Like what his name was? Black Jack Jap. What his name was now?
On Shorts, a.k.a. Baby Black Jap.
Baby Black Jap. So if you a Hoover and you got that Jap in your name, more than likely, for that. I'm just asking, folks. Straight up.
Slide through the 9500 block of Main Street, directly in the 9-8 Mafia CRIPS hood. Outside was 17-year-old Charlie Wine, who Black Jap would see and open fire on, killing him on the spot.
Oh,
Only
my God.
8 days later, on March 29th, at around 1 p.m., 20-year-old Michael Livingston from Long Beach was driving on the Harbor Freeway between Manchester and Florence Avenue, when suddenly the Hoovers drove up and Black Jap would roll down the window and open fire. Livingston was hit multiple times, causing him to lose control of his vehicle and crash into his center divider on the freeway. Police would arrive shortly afterwards and find Livingston dead behind the wheel. A few weeks would go by, and on April 21st, 25-year-old Kevin Watts was on 97th Street in the 9 Deuce Hoover set. An altercation would break out, and 107 Hoover members, Black Jap, along with Lamar Tucker, a.k.a. Baby Hoover Ray, would shoot and kill Kevin Watts. Now the following day, on April 22nd.
Now I ain't gonna count, folks. I don't know what the hell Baby Ray was smoking in his picture, but he was smoking it. He was on it, cuz. Look at him. That nigga crazy as hell, but man, if I saw this man, I would lock my door, bro. I would rather jump in the ocean with sharks than run into this man right here. I ain't even capping, cuz. You know, not Black Jack Jap, whatever his name is. He look a little bit crazy, but this boy Ray though, I know he ain't play.
Lamar Tucker, a.k.a. Baby Hoover Ray, would shoot and kill Kevin Watts. Now the following day, on April 22nd, 107 Hoover member named Michael Rose, a.k.a. Lil 9, was with one of his best friends named Mike Denman, who was also a local rapper that went by the name of K9. Now Mike had just got a new stereo installed in his Range Rover in the Redlands area. Now Lil 9 and Mike were best friends, and they have known each other for years. After getting the stereo installed, Lil 9 would ask Mike for a ride back to LA. They would pull up outside to a house in 107 Hoover area. Now standing around that house was Hoover Ray, Mark Williams, and Black Jap. Lil 9 would tell Mike to wait in the car as he got out. As soon as Lil 9 stepped out the car, Black Jap would hop in the passenger seat with his pistol pointing straight at Mike's head. And that's when the rest of the Hoovers would walk up to the car. They would snatch Mike out the car, and Black Jap would start pistol whipping him.
Oh,
Afterwards,
my God.
they duct taped Mike and then tossed him back into the Range Rover and put him in the back seat. Hoover Ray would then snatch out Mike's diamond earring out of his ear. All the Hoovers, including Lil 9, would get into the Range Rover and they would drive Mike to his house in lands. Now, once they arrived, Lil 9 would tell the rest of the Hoovers that he knew where they kept all the money.
Bro, this man actually, he drove these folk to his crib, bro. Ain't no way. I mean, you already know they probably gonna smoke you, bro. Like, I don't know.
Because he was always over Mike's house. Now, Mike did not live by himself. He lived with his mother, Peggy, and her nephew named Juro.
Oh, my God.
Once they parked the car, Lil 9, Williams, and Hoover Ray all put on masks, and they got out the Range Rover and ran inside the house. Now, Black Jap, he stayed in the car with Mike still duct taped in the back seat. Now, inside, the Hoovers would tie up Mike's mother, Peggy, and they would make her lay face down on the bed. Lil 9 would walk up to her and tell her, "Hey, it's me, Mike Rose. We're not gonna hurt you. We just want the money." This is when the Hoovers started going through.
Oh, yeah, they gonna smoke them. I ain't got why no more, bro. They smoke like he going in there telling that lady who he is. Ain't no way he gonna leave her alive. And my thing is, like, gang, if you know your mama and them at the crib, why take them to the crib? Like, you know they gonna kill you, gang. You know after you get them what they want, gang, you dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way, gang, that somebody gonna have the up on me, gang, and they want me to go to the crib, and I know my lady and my kids, you know, bro. Ain't no way, gang. Ain't no way, folk. And I know my mom and them here, come on. Ain't no way, gang. No, dog. They just had to do what they had to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Lil 9 knew where how it was anyway. You feel me? Like, I wouldn't have took him there. I ain't capping.
All her stuff, the closet, the dresser, and eventually taking money out of her purse. They would even take her pink cell phone along with her car keys. Suddenly, out of nowhere, two shots can be heard, and her nephew, Juro, is shot twice in the back of the head as he falls onto the bed. Right after shooting Juro, that's when the Hoovers would shoot Peggy 3 times in the back of her head. Also,
told you, bro.
Immediately, the Hoovers would leave the house. Lil 9 and Williams would take Peggy's car and drive off, and Hoover Ray would hop back in the Range Rover with Black Jap and Mike still tied up. Now, while driving, Hoover Ray would pull out his gun and shoot Mike in the head. Black Jap would then immediately pull the car over, and they would throw Mike's body out the back of the car, leave him on the side of the road. The Hoovers would drive off in the Range Rover. Now, Mike's mother, who was shot twice in the back, is still alive. And she was able to crawl herself over to the phone and call 911. Eventually, the police would arrive on scene, and they would find Peggy and Juro. Peggy would be transported to the hospital, and she would survive her injuries. But Juro Brooks would be pronounced dead at the scene. Michael Denman also would survive his head injury. Now, Peggy and Mike would both identify Lil 9 as one of the suspects. They would also identify.
I ain't gonna count, like, it's stuff like this that let me know that there is a God and there's a devil. You feel me? Like, we going through a spiritual warfare, bro, because all this evil that happened, bro, and God spared these folk life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times folk be like, well, if there's a God, then why you like you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand, bro. This, like, we fighting a spiritual war right now, bro. Good and evil, bro. It's just that simple. We fighting a spiritual war, good and evil, bro. And God allows the enemy to steal, kill, and destroy. That's his job. That's what he's supposed to do. It may sound messed up, but that's just real, folks. You feel me?
By the other Hoover members. Now, just 2 weeks later, Black Jap, along with Lil 9, were pulled over in a Honda while driving through Las Vegas. Both would hop out the car and take off running. But Black Jap would be grabbed only a few minutes later and arrested. Police would find Peggy's pink cell phone in his pocket, and they would also find some of the stolen stereo equipment from Mike's Range Rover. Police would find Lil 9 hiding in nearby apartments, and he would be arrested also. Now, during questioning, Black Jap would admit to being at the scene of the home invasion.
He ain't got no choice.
But he would tell authorities that when the shots rang out, he was still inside the car. Eventually, Hoover Ray and Mark Williams would be arrested for this murder. Now, while arresting Hoover Ray, Police would find more of Michael's property, some of Ray's stereo equipment inside Hoover Ray's car. Also, they will find the diamond earring that Hoover Ray stole from Mike. Ultimately, Michael Rose, a.k.a. Lil 9, Donald Shorts, a.k.a. Baby Black Jap, Mark Williams, and Jamar Tucker, a.k.a. Baby Hoover Ray, were all found guilty of first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. They were found guilty of carjacking, second-degree robbery, and residential robbery. All 4 Hoover members were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But Black Jap and Hoover Ray still had other pending murder charges, which included the murder of Kevin Watts, which they both committed together. Now, Black Jap was still fighting 2 more other murder charges, which included the murder of 17-year-old Charlie Wine and Michael Livingston. Donald Shorts, a.k.a. Baby Black Jap, would ultimately be found guilty of 3 counts of capital murder, and he will be sentenced to death. Now, Hoover Ray, while awaiting trial for his part in the murder of Kevin Watts, he will be involved in an altercation with his cellmate on March 4th, 2010, at the Twin Towers Correctional Facility. Hoover Ray and a fellow 107 Hoover member, William Brawl, a.k.a. Lil Moo, will get into a heated argument. Allegedly, Lil Moo had been taking credit for crimes that he hadn't committed, and this pissed off Hoover Ray. One thing will lead to another.
Nigga, you ain't kill Leroy, I did. Bro, you remember all them folks over there that were killed over there on Birmingham Street? I did that, nigga. You ain't do that. Man, but this shit crazy.
And they would start fighting. And in the midst of
it's
the fight,
crazy, right here, gang.
Hoover Ray would strangle Lil Moo to death. The next morning, Hoover Ray would tell the COs that Lil Moo was dead. The correctional officers would find Lil Moo body covered with white sheets. And eventually, Hoover Ray would admit to killing Lil Moo. After his trial for the murder of Kevin Watts, Hoover Ray would be found guilty and would be sentenced to death. And in 2016,
kill him, bro. Go on, take him up out of there. He don't need to be in society, bro. Him up job. Nah, kill him. Hell yeah, they did the right thing. Like God bless their soul, and if they family, I'm sorry, but yeah, hell yeah.
While on death row, he would be interviewed, and he would tell them that he's ready to die. He would go on to say, "Give me mines. I'll go in front of everybody. I don't regret nothing. It's just a choice. I never did anything to innocent people. What am I supposed to do for the rest of my life? Just sit here? I'm ready to go. They should execute us. Stop playing. They put us in here for a reason. Stop playing." And as of today, both Hoover Ray and Black Jap are still on death row.
Oh yeah, they gonna house him.
I would like to thank everybody for tapping in, and I'll see y'all next time.
They gonna house him, bro. Yeah, I ain't never understood that either. Like if you know you gonna kill somebody, like why not just go on, you know what I'm saying? Do what it do. So I dig it on that. But he said he ain't never did nothing to somebody who didn't deserve it. So you mean tell me Miss Peggy and Gerald deserve that, bro? Now I don't know what Mike Denham did to y'all, man. But like you mean tell me they deserved it? Nah, bro. Stop capping, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta wake up every day and wait to die. You feel me? They torturing his ass. He gotta wake up every day and wait to die. Can you imagine that, Mark? Can you imagine waking up every day waiting to die? That crazy, bro. But hey, just another part of being a street guy. But I ain't gonna lie, these guys right here were real live demons, bro. They were real live, like they were demonic as hell, bro. You feel me? I don't even think demons are bred like that right there no more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys be demons nowadays, but they scared to go to the chain gang. These niggas weren't scared of nothing. They were built different. You feel me? They were scary. I ain't playing with you, folks. You feel me? But hey, though, y'all let me know how y'all feel about doing no folk in the comment section down below, man. Don't forget to like that video. Don't forget to sub it up. Make sure you ring that bell. Y'all ring that bell. Make sure y'all hit all, because I don't want y'all to be missing none of these bangers. Make sure you hype the video, too, folks. Hype it up, man, so we can hit that 3K by the day. You smell me? Mark life or no life. Mark well know it, man. We come OT and we getting straight out the mud, man, until the next one. I go by done. I love y'all, man. Remember to live your life, bro, to the fullest. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody, so you gotta live for the day. But live righteous, though. Live righteous, gang, and with no regrets, man. With no regrets, man. You feel me? And work hard as hell. Work hard as hell, bro. But have a little fun, man. And put God at the forefront of it all. You feel me? I'm gonna catch y'all on that Never Know, dog. I love y'all. Let's get it. Gang. You know we got the streets, nigga. We got the trap, too. I say my trap doing numbers, I just bust another jewel, got a player around the corner, hey. I say my trap doing numbers like that 05 summer, got a quarter pound on me, hey. The trap doing numbers.